Hi YouTuber, what's going on? It's Kaiger1324 up here today with it is going to be a review video, but wait a minute, I got some things to show off first. As you know, we don't do vlog videos anymore, so the best way for me to show updates is through other videos. As you can see, I'm in the other room. I thought I'd show you guys. As you know, I have been changing me game setting around. When I say game setting, my shelvings around. So we're in the other room. As you can see, we've done the updated, this bookcase was in the main room, but I moved it in here. As you can see, this is now a Sony themed bookcase. So I'm just going to show it off quickly. As you can see at the top, we have the great PlayStation 1. In my opinion, the PlayStation 1 is a great system to collect for. Lots of great games on the system. I don't have a lot of great ones. In fact, my best game on the PS1 is got to be Rayman, which, you know, I picked up in my last pickups video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Number 42. I thought it was 40. But don't have a lot of PS1 games. But this is great because I've got the extra space, so if I do pick up an extra few games, I'm not really going to be buying a lot of games or anything really. I am going to see my parents on Thursday. I'm going to be down there for 11 days, so I'll probably go into my, the main town there. I might pick a few things up, but more than likely not a lot. It might just be the odd game. If I see a game in a charity shop for cheap, I might pick a game or something up. I'm trying not to buy a lot of things now because I've got other things to sort out. So if you don't see any pickup videos for a while, I'll let you guys know in the future why I couldn't buy things. But until then, I'll let you things know. And then we got the PS2. As you can see, just fucking loads of PS2 games. By the way, these are all in genre. As you can see, you've got some racing games here, and then obviously sports ones behind. By the way, there are things behind this. See, look, push, can't get anything back there. Best thing for me to do is, you can see this game slightly sticking out. The reason for it is I can't get my hands in there. So best thing to do is leave a game just slightly out, so I can just pull it out, and then I can, get the next game I need. I was going to do it lower down with the games that I'm less likely to play, but top. But I just couldn't really be arsed yesterday. I did it yesterday. I managed to make Heather let me do it, but this is complete. What I'll show you in a minute is temporary. Obviously, you can see lots of PS2 games. About 600 or so PS2 games. Just the biggest collection I own. And then at the bottom we have the PS3 games. So, obviously, you've got to have the PS3 as well as PS2 and PS1 together. Don't have a lot of PS3 games. You can see there's still a few PS2 games behind there. Don't have a lot of PS3 games because I don't really collect for it, and plus I don't really play a PS3 that much. I tend to just go for exclusives. Obviously, my Dynasty Wars here. I've got 2 Extreme Legends, but that one is actually 7. And then here, I've got 2 copies of this case, but in there it's the wrong game. But it's number 8, so yeah. And then my 2 PS4 games that I got just because I wanted something to play when I was at my mum's last for a while. I just put my GameCube games here for now because I don't have a lot. These probably will go downstairs with the Wii games and stuff when I move that around, but I've still got things to do. These are just spare cases. Yeah, I know they're Xbox games. Spare cases just for case upgrades, and they do have manuals in there as well. Most of them are football games, but in case I need to spare manuals or cases or whatever, case upgrades, which by the way is something you should do if you're a collector, is if you have spare cases, keep them, keep the manuals just in case, But this bookcase is what we haven't done yet. The Xbox stuff or Microsoft stuff is going to go on here, and the books are going to go on that big bookcase over there in a minute I'll go to. But this we're waiting on because it's going to be Heather's. All of those books and that are Heather's. So I'm waiting on her to get the rest of her books round so we can sort it out. But for now, this will be Xbox stuff, and I'll show it off when we're done. I did manage to put all my big books together you know, some strategy games, me colouring books, and just me other ones here. These are just what I just got from the library. Not a lot of this will be books mainly when Heather's done. I've put all my Xbox 360 games on here for now, and then the original Xbox and Xbox One on top. Just for now, this is temporary, by the way. I know it looks a bit all over the place. It's temporary, but this stuff will be going on here. Like some of the GameCube games, they'll probably go downstairs with the Wii DS games, and then I might move the PC games on here if we have the space. So then we've got the Microsoft selection, but I don't know because there's quite a few games there, so I'll be surprised if they all fit on there. But today's review, we're going to be reviewing Transformers Devastation. I'm just going to pause the video quickly and set the camera up so I can sit down and talk to you about it. 1 second. There we are. I was just setting the camera up. So, today's game is Transformers Devastation. Now, this is the Xbox One version of the game. This game is also on Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, and I believe PC. I should be surprised if it weren't on PC, and I think that's all the consoles this game is on. Now, that being said, the Xbox One version, I don't think there's anything different to the other versions of the game. I think the only thing different is that the Xbox One and PS4 versions might run a little bit better than the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. But I might be completely wrong. Now, Transformers Devastation. What can I say about this game other than, wow, what an improvement over all the other Transformers games. Transformers is one of those series that you think there's going to be some great games. And I'm going to start off by saying the Transformers games, apart from a few of them, they're not that bad of a game. They've just never stuck out. And with a series like Transformers, there's no excuse. There's no fucking excuse. Transformers deserves at least one fantastic game. Is this game the best Transformers game out there? We'll go to that at the end of the video. But that being said, I was absolutely shocked by how much of an improvement this is to the last Transformers game that came out, which was, I believe, Rise of the Dark Spark. I think it was called that. But obviously there were a few, like, when I say Transformers games, I'm mainly focusing on the I'm going to pause the video again. I've got to phone my girlfriend, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I was on the phone to my partner. Called me, so please don't do that. Anyway, where was I? But yeah, it's Transformers sort of went off. Games of, when I say Transformers games, I'm referring to games after the PS2 games, basically. So from the Transformers game that was on PS2. And then it did this. Then it went on this tangent with the movie games, obviously the 3 movies that come out. They never did one for the 4th movie, which I'm glad. And then they did the Cybertron games, basically, or the Cybertron trilogy. But then comes Devastation, which goes back to the original Transformers. This is based on the original show. And that's what is really cool about this game, is that it's not a movie game, and it's not... It's an sort of the sort of more realistic Transformers. It's the cartoony Transformers. Now, I never really watched the Transformers show. I do have the movie, and I might have seen a few episodes, but I never really got in. I've never really watched the show, but it's something that I probably could enjoy. So fans of the original show would absolutely love this show, and I believe it is all Gen 1, and I believe it has all the original voice actors. And it is really good on that front. So if you're looking for that, that's what makes this game pretty awesome. And the graphics are great, because the graphics are that awesome cel-shaded, cartoony graphics like the original, like I said, Gen 1. And that's what makes this game awesome in that sense, that they didn't go for a movie game, they made it thing. So obviously, Devastation, Devastator. Now, as for the gameplay is absolutely much better than the other Transformers games, because the other Transformers games sort of went for a more third-person shooter game mixed with some fighting elements in it. This game made it much better. This is a much faster-paced game. The other one seemed quite slow-paced, but this is so much faster. The controls feel absolutely, you know, they're really responsive in this game. the fighting, this game's more of a fight, well, beat 'em up, hack and slash, beat 'em up style Transformers game instead of that third person shooter. And what I love about this game is how quickly you can do things. When you get spawned on enemies, you can transform into your vehicle mode, which just so quickly use vehicle combos. Each character has special abilities as well, and the fighting in this game just feels so much better than it does in the other games, and I love that. I love how awesome it feels. Now, is it over the top? Not really. It's got that nice sort of, it's not over the top like, you know, hack and slash like the Samurai Warriors 4 game, but it's not on the lower end of the spectrum. It's sort of on the higher end, but not all the way at the top, which I like. And I like the fact that this game, the boss battles in this game are really cool. They're not impossible boss battles, but they're really cool. Like the fact that you fight Devastator, the big robots, and Menacer. Those are really awesome boss fights. And what I love about this game is that there's so basically this game, you have 5 playable characters: Optimus Prime, Wheeljack, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, and Grimlock. Yeah, so you have 5 playable characters, but I'll get to that in a minute. But what I love about this game is that this game has customization for each character. Now when I say each character, you get you have interchangeable weapons, which I really like, because you're not stuck with the character's weapons. And the other ones sort of have had that where you can change weapons, but it's mainly been the guns. This game you get not only melee guns, but also melee weapons. You can change it, and each level or chapter it is linear to most of the extent, but it is open-ended in the sense that you can go around the levels and actually, you know, find your bonus items and your hidden secrets and things like that, which is really cool. And I love the fact that you can upgrade each weapon, equip new weapons. You can have 4 weapons that are, 3, and then your main melee weapon. And I love that you can switch between them really quickly, and there's a sort of RPG element in that sense. Not really RPG, but you know what I mean. You can switch your weapons up and, you know, make each character feel different. And like I said, each character has special abilities, and then a super ability, which is really cool. The only downside about this game is that there's only 5 playable Autobots. And another thing that annoys me is, why can't you play as the Decepticons? This game does have this, and it is quite short as well. There's only 7 chapters in the story mode, but you do have challenge mode, which is just, you know, your challenges, like survival type things. But why couldn't they have included, I understand having the 5 characters for the story mode, but you could have included another mode other than challenge mode, because even the War for Cybertron games and stuff like that had that survival type mode, and you could play as all these different characters. But you know, some people might say, well, I'd rather have 5 characters done well than loads of characters that are exactly the same. That I understand, and that's what I like about this. But the only other thing, and Grimlock, and the only other thing that sort of annoys me is that, yeah, I understand 5 characters for the campaign, but why not have the option to have players some unlockable characters for the challenge mode, like Decepticon characters? You have quite a lot of playable enemy Decepticons in this game. There's quite a lot of different Decepticons, you know, Megatron, Starscream, Menacer, you know, the Constructicons. Like I said, I don't know a lot of these characters that I don't want to show, but you do have a lot of Decepticons, and like I said, the boss battles are really cool. The only thing that I really sort of, like I said, is a disappointment for me is that there's only 5 playable characters in this game, and yeah, each character can be leveled up, and, you know, like I said, some RPG elements with the changing of weapons, special abilities. But it would have been nice to have some, you know, extra characters thrown in there, even as DLC, because the only DLC for this game is skins, which, you know, why couldn't they have included a thing? And some of the other Transformers games, they had a Autobot campaign and a Decepticon campaign. It would have been really nice to have a mini Decepticon campaign, just a mode where you can play as the Decepticon, because I personally prefer the Decepticons and Autobots. But that being said, this game is really fun. If you're looking for a game that's fun and true and has the original show What this is for you. So what people probably like this game? People who are fans of fast-paced beat 'em up style games. It's similar, maybe you like the Dragon Ball Z style, later Dragon Ball Z games in that sense. Hack and slash, fast-paced games. Fans of the original show. But people that are looking for games that have a lot of playable characters, it's not really for you. I think it's worth a playthrough. This game is worth a rental. I know you can. What would I recommend for this? I recommend that you rent this game or borrow it off someone instead of going out and paying full price for this game. How much would I recommend for this game? £10 to £15 is a good deal for this game. I think I got it for £12, which is a good in between. I wouldn't pay more than £15 for this game because it's not that it's not worth that much. It's just because there's not enough extras in this game to keep you going. It's basically, you know, 7 characters, 7 chapters, challenge mode, and only 5 characters, no special mode, no DLC. If they were to make a second game, Transformers Devastation 2 or another game, I would recommend that they stick to this style of gameplay, but include a Decepticon campaign, some special modes where you can play as, if not a Decepticon campaign, a special mode where you can play as Decepticons. Extra characters is a must, because 5 Transformers is inexcusable. There's how many Transformer characters are there? There's loads. You know, you can have extra characters, why not? But overall, like I said, it is a fun game, great graphics, great, awesome, fast-paced action. There is a nice variety in this game as well. It's not just, you know, beat 'em up and then fighting, and then there are parts in this game where it goes into like a top-down mode, which is pretty cool, and there's parts in the game where you're on a turret, is really fun. The chase scenes are really cool. Driving in this game is absolutely much better than it is in the other games. I know that sounds really weird, but it is really, the controls are great in this game. The only downside to this game is that there's not a lot of playable characters and extra modes or campaigns to compare it to the other Transformers games. I'm going to give this game an 8.5 out of 10, which is a good thing. The only reason why it's an 8.5 is, like I said, no more extra characters, no more other than challenge mode, no special campaign, no DLC other than skins. So Transformers Devastation 8.5. I recommend that you rent this game or borrow it off someone, but if you do want to buy it and have it in your collection, £10 to £15 is what I'd recommend for it. And I recommend getting the PS4 or Xbox One version, just because I think the Xbox 360 version and the PS3 version isn't going to have, might not be as good. I don't think there's any difference other than maybe frame rate, I think. But yeah, this is a really fun game, and it's definitely worth playing it. I know I've sort of missed out some of the elements like with the fighting, but I recommend that you play it because it is quite unique, but it's also familiar, if you know what I mean. So Transformers Devastation, definitely a fun game, and it is a game that's more than meets the eye. But that being said, what can we expect in the next review? We are going to review, in the next review, it's going to be Deadpool on the Xbox One. I'm going to play some more of that today, hopefully. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here because I've got to go and get some new glasses. So in my next video, I'll have new glasses for you. But more than likely, if I don't do a video tomorrow, I'll probably do one when I'm at my parents', but I'm hoping to pick up my video camera then. So if I get my video camera, you know what that means, we're going to start to do some much cooler things with video camera. So anyway, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, click it, hit it, whatever it is you're doing. And if you want to see more reviews, let me know in the comments below. Let me know who your favourite Transformer is. Mine's Megatron. And let me know if you enjoyed this game and this game, or what your favourite Transformers game is. Is this my favourite Transformers game? It might be my favourite Transformers game, but I don't know. I haven't really played a lot of them, but this is definitely my the most enjoyable one I've played in a long time. Anyway, and of course, feel free to hit that subscribe button and join the family if you haven't already. Just feel free to subscribe. It really helps me a lot. And as always, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. And yeah, just to let you know, Royal Rumble was pretty good, but I'm not going to talk about the Royal Rumble because you guys know what happened, and the cat won't shut up. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.